And back. Thankfully, that was not my computer crashing. That was the internet taking a dump. So we're back. We're back. Back for good. Did you anger your computer? Thankfully, no. That was just my internet deciding to give up. Crashed your PC, I guess. Certainly the substance file is slowing it down, but yeah, that was the internet provider gods. Curse them and shame them. It's a mood. But glad to be back. Cool. Now we got a nice little pattern for the tail. Patterning. Excuse me. All right. He's looking svelte. I think everything's coming together pretty well. Let's move on to the hair. We'll get that sorted out. Save. Thank you, Zoom. I feel blessed today. I've been buffed. Arrow looking like a real gentleman indeed. Richard's not coming out super great. Super great. Distinguished, some might say. Oh, distinguished. What a distinguished gentleman. Why can't I add that? Oh, because it's a generator. Gotcha. Gentlemen. Need something like that, plus the curvature. Interesting. Does not like this little chunk here. Did I let something overlap? I did. Oh, well, this would explain it. I didn't even make a map for the hair. That would do it. That would do it. Okay. Just like, man, this map is not working as I thought it would. But now I know why. I know why. Low poly hair, low poly home, export. Save. Return here, shift control R, refresh, and bake. Much better. Much, much better. Yes, yes. Distinguished. Though the normals here are really weird. Does that help or hinder? Didn't make a difference at all. Okay. So for this spot, what we need to do is remove the normals from here. What does the high poly look like here? That spot. High poly looks great. Low poly does have normal issues. As if I had just marked that sharp, or this sharp. So it may not be the cage, could just be the object normals themselves. Interesting. What's the best way to deal with that? Just make this whole segment sharp? The normals aren't a problem along the length of it. It's just in these little crevices. So let's try this. Low poly, perfect. Save. Refresh. And bake one more time. That does look better there. And there. So the problem wasn't the geometry. With the normals, it was probably sampling the normals in a different direction. Interesting. Okay, that looks a lot better. Next, add some texture. Here's back. Indeed. My internet went out. Thankfully, no crashing, but sadly, internet destruction. Ready for Friday. Friday. All right, and then so this will be the vertical anisotropic. Anisotropic. It's not anitropic. Anisotropic. Be the horizontal. Anisotropic. I want to add a we'll actually need to do a folder. Put the folder in here. Call this a vert. Mask it. Add in an anchor point. Add the top one. Or actually put it in a folder as well. Bam. Bam. Call it Ori. And then mask. Add in a fill. Vert mask. And we'll set it to want it to be the opposite. So I think subtract. Then we just paint. Or we would need another fill layer beneath it in order for it to create the subtract. Okay. But now, with all that set up, we can actually just go ahead and paint on this mask. And wherever we paint, what? Yeah, it's doing. It's working. It's working. It's not working because I didn't actually rotate this one. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and just darken everything. Start from 0. A little bit of that. Mostly we want to paint in this area. Right here. Oh, darn. We can fix that. We have the technology. In fact, let me go ahead and ensure that all of these are fixed. Boom. Export the FBX one more time. Boom. Refresh it here. and bake the mesh maps. Still a little bit of mischief there. But better. Cleaner. Improved. Lovely. Now we got some nice strands in there. And we just want to add one more. Let's see. One more folder. Drop these in. Set to white mask. I don't want it on here. All right. Export textures. Bada boom. Wow. Oh, it's because I didn't update it. Woo! I'm up 2.5 hours out from another doctor appointment. Hey, well, here, welcome, Nasty. Wishing you well with that appointment. But welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. What's today? I always forget. All right, now we got some nice little sheen. We just need to update that hair. Flexion specular. Boom. There we go. A little bit nicer. Good. Do. Maybe a little too dark on some of this. I like the general look. I think we'll lighten it just a wee bit. But overall, looking very nice. And I think for the hair, we'll actually go ahead and give it a madcap. Something fun. A little bit of sheen. My hair's got shine. Should help pop it a little bit. Make it feel a little bit satiny. Shine on. Shine on. There we go. Nice. All right, that looks nice. Let's just pull the dark back for the air. And this ambient occlusion pass right here. That's a little much. A little mooch. So we want to lessen it. I can either just fade it out, which isn't bad, or let's see if we can adjust some of this. Blur. That's okay. There's got to be a better map to find that. What texture do your scales have? Do they have a shine to them? Do they have a dull complexity? Slightly soft? Like a physical texture? Interesting question. It's all slightly soft. I'm more of a stealthy type of man, so shine is bad. I'm a stealth. I'm a stealth up on you. Doesn't bake height. That would be perfect if it did. Oh, I think this isn't bad. It's actually a pretty nice little fade. We'll add a fill. Thickness. All right, I like that. Just a soft fade. That looks quite nice. Then we'll add another fill. Let's put the ambient occlusion here again. Set to I like this. I like this a lot right here. Let's do one more. Duplicate this. Switch the fill to the ambient occlusion. And they're both set to overlay, so they should blend nicely. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. we'll just want something to go the other direction. Instead of darkening, to lighten it. So we'll duplicate this one more time. Oh, so that's fine. Hair highlight. Set this to white. Replace this with the curvature. All right. Next, for that final touch, let's go into our anisotropic that we're using earlier. We'll add a little bit of color. Set this to linear dodge. Or I need to set this one to linear dodge. This to color as well. And we'll do dark. Or there we go. Something like that. And then you know what? Some roughness would also be really nice. Just to break up that sheen. That. And then I want to look at it in the normals. Or height. Height? That doesn't seem to help. Somewhere between that. I will have you know, I can support the weight of my tail just I don't have issues smacking things unintentionally. Thank you very much. Nuts. But the clap of my tail strikes keep holding the guard. Strike my tail just like a cat, just knocking everything off shelves. That's funny. I love that meme. But I'm dummy thick. Son of my ass cheeks clapping. Keep the word in the guards. Also like a car. Probably does it on purpose. Like a cat. Oh, almost forgot. There we go. One more time. Export again. Shadowline. There we go. I think we just need to, if I could blend it, make it smoother on that blend. Be perfect. I only ever do it on purpose. I have to be careful. Almost strong. Strong. That looks quite nice. I think if we could just pull out some of the color a little bit on that highlight, be a good spot. Do the add blend. Feels the same. Between add and screen. Yeah, that's nice. Yes. 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 It's perfect. Okay. Um, oh, this one would be nice if we were just using the geometry or the vertex. No, I like the other one better. For sure. Okay. Mixed blends the way to go. Notice lack of holes and dents in the wall? Yeah, I'm fine. It was very stressful for you to go in a store with a lot of glass or pottery. Alright, that looks awesome. That looks really good. I think the final thing to add is we actually want to give this inside area a lot of ambient occlusion. Also, the coloring of the sideburns is off now. Not for me. Shopkeepers usually have a problem with it. Control it very well, but don't other people trip over it? um, these dents on the back. Dent on the back. Dent on the back. There's dents on my back. That's fine. Oh, that will be hidden anyway, so I'm okay with that. But we do want a layer for ambient occlusion. And we'll make that here. AO. Make it pretty darn dark. Mask it. Then we want just this section here and this one. The interior sections. Interior crocodile. Alligator. A movie theater. cool. Now we got that darker on the inside, on the side facing the body. Very good. I could probably make it even darker. Let's give it a blur as well. A blur. Yeah. Save. This is looking so dang good. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. This is always my. This is the part where the character. I gotta export again. Era is indeed looking very good. We have found your first thrall. All right, perfect. That looks quite good. Ah, one more tweak. Let's add it. Or no, I don't need to tweak that. I just need to go to the body and reset the this one. That should take the flex out. Hmm. Why? Why? It's because it's even throughout it. Can't wait to VTube with it. The VTuber. Get that. Okay, so we need to add roughness to this as well. And we're going to put it at the very top now. Very top. That. Save. Makes me want to actually write that promo song and produce a promo video, but Lord, I do not have the time right now. You have a theme song, Era? Oh, no wonder it's not updating. I'm clicking the wrong thing. This might be a little bit too strong now. No, that's perfect. There we go. Yes. Yes. Nice shadowing on the inside section, so we can see the face properly. Perfect. No theme song yet. Never wrote one. I just had a song idea for a promo video to wear the new model. Oh, very cool. Time becomes the nemesis to a song. Yes. All right, that's looking very good. Last thing to do is to confirm that the color of the sideburns should match the color of the hair here. So it's a little different. And it's a little bit different because these here are multiplying onto it. Or no, not these, the strands. What we'll call it. Right? Still a little bit different. What is contributing to that the most? There we go. Something right about there. There we go. Maybe I will have the mat cap material be visible in shadow. Just like a little bit less, not fully hidden. That way we'll get it there as well. Looks a little bit odd on this one. But I think we're good. Yes. All right, on to the next. So save, Control S. And we'll go to the next one. Oh. Oh, I didn't want it. We already did the body. Let's go to clothing. All right, that all looks quite good. Let's turn on the rest of the objects. We'll be focusing on the clothes first, so let's get them into position. Basically like that. All right, so we want some fabric. It's too much. Not quite what I'm looking for. Oh, I just got sleepy. Hello, Angel Star. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? I'm doing great. What about you? I'm doing quite well. Doing quite well. We're making a dragon right now. 48. There we go. So here's the dragon that we're working on. He's coming out quite well. We got most of the body on him made. Now we're texturing some of his clothing. And we should finish that today. It's coming out very nicely. Well, how's your day going? It's a pretty nice model. Thank you. Put it together from scratch. And he's got all these really nice scales when you get up close, so looking quite good. We even have a huge long tail, and it's all scaled. Feels good. My day's going pretty great. That is good to hear. That's what I like to hear. Good. May it continue to be enjoyable. I made a song with no lyrics. Well, that's exciting. What kind of song? Sorry. It's pretty short, honest. That's okay. That's how songs go sometimes. I mean, like punk songs, those are all like a split second. Send it on Discord. Perfect. If you don't mind, can I ask that you actually switch it over to self promotion? You're totally fine. Totally fine. It's kind of chaotic in here anyway. There we go. Nice. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. It's pretty bad. No, it's certainly better than I can do. I always look growth this way. It's like no matter what, when you're first making things, you're not going to be making the things in the way you want to be making them. That's not good or bad. That's just your desires. I have never really tried to make songs. Maybe I'll give it a shot sometime. But I used to play the clarinet when I was very young, and I was not very good at that. Hey, see you later, Zoom. Get some good rest. I'll catch you sometime this week. Bye. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see, we'll push that down a little ways. I'd still love to get a nice little shadow in here. Shadow. Heck yeah. I think you should try do whatever you like. Something fun. Something you want to do. Sure. It's kind of a good project. That's gonna be stuck in my head. Which is a good song. Put that there. Clock old template. Remove the mask. Remove the mask. Shrink that down. Turn off repeat. Let's switch it to a different. The steel pan gives me very much classic game Banjo Kazooie vibes. This is blending super odd. I've never seen this before. It looks like it's flipping. Here. I don't know what to make of that. Hmm. Send on Discord and Blender. Very cool. Hey there, Gothic. Welcome, welcome. How's your day going? Maybe I should remove it from the normals and set it as height. Just to start over here, not good at the whole morning thing. Fair. I don't really care if it's going to look bad. It's not about it looking bad or good. It's about doing it. Just about enjoying what you're doing. I think that art will always be harder if you don't do it for anything other than just your own personal satisfaction. That's the secret. That's it is though. They did a study with like toddlers to test what money does, and so kids love finger painting. They just toddlers especially. So young, you know, children, toddlers before they're like have any knowledge, and they love finger painting. You give them paint, make them rub on paper. They love it. They can do it pretty much forever. But the moment that you start paying them to do that, they'll do it less and less. That's not me saying that money's bad, just that if you change the motivation for why you do something, or the motivation of why you do things is the important part, is what allows you to kind of keep coming back to it. Um, why you do something should be a reflection of your something you care about. But hey there, Arctic. Hello. Hello, hello. How's your Wednesday going? Where'd my where'd my fold go? Huh. Did my hype disappear? What? What? There we go. Okay, we got it back. Not bad. Had all the weather today, so got soaked, blown dry, and cooked by in all the space of about 2 hours. That's kind of fun. Why does it leave an edge with the blue? That makes me so sad. Um, what I could do, just give it an even height, or a height of whatever, white, fill, then add another fill into it, and then we add the cloth here. Yeah, what's your question? fill. Where is this line coming from? How do you turn a circle into a ring in Blender? Um, I would look up like a donut tutorial, but basically you want to extrude. So there's also this option, the torus, and there's some settings in here, so you can adjust the amount, that. But if you take it way down, just to like 4 or 6, you can kind of start making the shape you want to. But you're looking for the torus. And that's what Shift A, torus. And then if you're making an object, you have a bunch of vertices, you want to select them and hit E to extrude. And you can scale them. But E is the general way to do it. But yeah, I think okay, so in this full template, somehow. Oh, I see. Okay. So here we click this one. Gotcha. So let's set this back to UV projection. And this one's on the fill layer. Gotcha. And now we can filter blur. Take this gradient, put it above. And I want this to be a cylindrical projection. Why can't I see my projection anymore? Now that is a weird artifact. I've never quite seen anything like that. What is going on here? Okay, I'm having such weird trouble with that. We're just going to reset that whole thing. Cloth gradient from scratch. This is so weird. Why does it? Okay, I am so confused. Before, when I was doing this, it looked different on the other side. So I wouldn't have done all that if it wasn't doing that. Now it's normal. I'm not quite sure what happened there. It kind of upsets me because I did a lot of work for no reason. It must have been a bug of some sort. now, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I like that. There we go. Let's add a little bit of a little bit of that mask. And then just paint out some of these spots, like here. Just kind of lessen the influence, make it blend a little bit more naturally. All right. And I need to check with Era if there's a pattern for the shirt. So I believe he mentioned something like that. Haven't seen one. Jeans! Jeans! Oh, it's an auto stitcher. That's fascinating. Still in the meeting. Can't do it, so I'm going to do another logo. Probably YouTube. Oh, so it's just based off the ambient occlusion? Okay. I said as much I can't do a super simple logo. My friend, that's just part of the job. I wouldn't be so self-degrading all the time. And I would prefer you do not be so self-degrading in the chat. It's fine to be bad at things. It's fine to be on that grind, but I definitely want you to enjoy what you're doing. Just take it slow and don't be hard on yourself. Expect to be challenged. That's all you can hope for is to be challenged. But I would say you need to find a tutorial. Everyone has to start somewhere. Exactly. If you can't do it just from trying and messing around with stuff, that means you don't have enough knowledge on how to do it. Um, Definitely recommend checking out a tutorial. I bet there's Blender logo tutorials you find on YouTube quite easily, and those will help a lot. Exactly. We're all new at some point. We're all new at some point, and but you certainly want to watch out for being too hard on yourself because that's going to prevent you from doing anything. Oh, if I have a layer selected, I could just click. I didn't know that. Instead of looking at the quality of what you're making, you realize you actually made something. Exactly. And I can assure you, you never, ever, ever feel like you have everything figured out. That just doesn't happen. You will always, always be looking at the stuff you do and going, I could do better. So you just have to fall in love with the grind, fall in love with the whatever could keep you coming back to it. Still in meeting. Need this to be darker. I have so many Blender files, 7 years old, I ran into wall with them. The wonkiest heck can never. You can use cause holes using textures. And yeah, it's really cool. You can it kind of makes me want to say, I'll see myself out. A lot of a thing, and if I end up with something, stop the knife tool when you are done. That's no. Enter, I think. I guess it also helps that I tend to be eclectic as all get out, so my projects are all over the place. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'll start a game. Oh wait, no, I'll do this too. Hammond and Han. Also ADHD, so I gotta get what I can figure it out before I end up getting pulled away by the siren call of something. Nice, a little bit of shadow. Looks very good. Very good. Guten ja. Ja. This is interesting here. All right, there we go. So for that, we'll want its own template. Call it zipper. Yeah, I think in with ADD and this kind of stuff, it's like it definitely it's like it kind of helps in some way to like have a lot of varied interests. Definitely makes certain things a struggle. Um, but I'm going to clean this up before we continue. I do feel that because I jumped around so much doing all these different things, I ended up learning a lot more than I would have otherwise. Which feels good. Perhaps I would have learned a little bit more had I had a lot of structure, or maybe not more, but more efficient. But it's hard to say. I don't know if that's how that works. You end up getting There's breadth of knowledge, but you don't often get a deep knowledge in those particular things. And that's because I'm personally bad at recall. It means I've had really good at figuring out things to find information I need. Fair. That's very true. Why does this look so funny? How can I correct that? I don't know. I don't know. Ah, I see. Okay, it's this. This one. That's the weird one. Well, all right. Go ahead and export this again. Boom. Oh, I get so tired. Ugh. I can feel myself getting a little sleepy. And I don't like that. I don't want to be sleepy. Here, we got some more coffee. I'm going to rebake it. And I'm going to include height. Boom, 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 boom. Interesting. That is not what I expected. Huh. At all. Well, I can see why I don't bake that very often. That's not very useful. Okay. So we want to add height, roughness, and metallic. Metallic we'll put up. Is right there. And the height we'll set to replace. And then we just want to make sure we have all the little pieces selected. Right there. Bada boom. Normal we'll also want to replace. What is this little speckling? It's not height, that's not the normal. Must be roughness. But the roughness usually doesn't blend. Yeah. Nice. There you go. Zipper created. Yeah. Took a while for the play button because I didn't know how to make it, so I tried to figure it out myself. As you should. That's good to hear. Experiment. Experiment, experiment, experiment. It's definitely the skill you want to be practicing. Just guessing and slowly making your own method to do something. Because the fun part about 3D work like this is there is no right way. There's no perfect way. You can do similar things any number of ways. Post it on Discord. I'll check that out a little later. Something like that. That. Bada boom. And one more here. Probably do a bevel. Bevel? Or a mask outline. That'd be good. Alright, so let's delete that one. We're going to make this its own layer. We'll call this hoodie or pocket shadow. A pocket shadow. We'll make a paint layer. Reference is the best. Definitely. I always use reference. I actually don't do commissions if there's no reference provided. I'd rather know exactly what the client wants. A little bit of that. Nice. Just help pop it off. Pop it off. And we'll paint this part out a little bit. Hey, there we go. Pocket. Nice to have. Oh, that looks good. Save. Rest lots of time. Control Z. Still figuring out the short keys of Blender. If I had a count of the most common button or shortcut I've pressed, it would definitely be Control Z. Hey, Kiki. I can't believe I missed that. Kiki, if you're out there, thank you for the follow. I missed it 2 minutes ago. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We are working on getting a VR chat avatar made right now. Look at this. This is what our boy looks like right now. He's pretty awesome. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Let me know if you have any questions and enjoy the stream. I didn't want to say stream so many times, but I started talking and I wasn't sure where it'd end up. All right, so let's get this is supposed to be very distressed and kind of beat up a little bit. So I'm going to add into it some worn effects. So we have this fabric linen worn. Drag that out, put it right here or so. Yeah, that gives it a nice crinkly, beat up look. We even have these little tears, which look good. Oh yeah, look at that. It's actually got holes. I don't want it to have holes there, but we will be adding some. Tears, tears, tears. Just right here. Opacity. Dark. Anyway, I'm going to play some games for a bit. I'll come back. Sounds good, Angel. Enjoy your video games, and we'll be back. Love the worn look. Perfect. Good. Gonna even bump it up a little bit further. Getting nearly upset of how good this is all looking. Aw, I want to scream because it looks like I throw more money at you. Still can't hear this meeting. I'll just say thank you in chat. But yeah, if anyone else is lurking, so if you're new to the stream, I make VR chat avatars, and I love every second of it. This is pretty much what I do every day of the week. So if you have any questions about the process, feel free to ask. Rapidly approaching Polian. Hello, Paul. Welcome. Oh, yeah. Look at that. There we go. The shirt's coming through, but that's okay. The shirt's coming through. That's okay. It's the fabric worn. Let's add another layer for kind of like a metal edge wear. We could do that. Let a black mask and then a generator. Dirt. Dirt. Set that to multiply. And let's also do mask so I can see what's going on. Oh, oh. Mask. Dirt. And then we'll give it a little bit of height to kind of cut into the fabric, but just give it some additional. see if we can buy some rips and tears. If I go to Marketplace, I can't show this on stream because sometimes there's boobies on the ArtStation Marketplace. So I got to a little bit careful here, but to rips and tear. It might work. Tear. So yeah, we have these here for some rips and tears. I've already made some of these though. Why is there a chainmail? I feel like I can do a decent job of this on my own. Okay, so not quite what I'm looking for. Not quite what I'm looking for. Because we already have one. I drag this. Why do the other ones not have chainmail? That's a good question. I currently am wearing chainmail under my my shirt. Aren't you? Aren't you? This might work better on the jeans. Yeah, let's move this into the pants. Pantaloons. So it's kind of like the blown out knee kind of look. Let's actually set it to, I'm going to delete it really quick, add it back as a fill, and we'll set it to a planar projection. So that way it'll wrap around properly. Wrap around. Wrap, wrap, wrap around. So something like this. Yeah, we gotta squish it just a little. And then we'll go to it, add some height, kind of pop it a little bit, boom, set it to height, replace. Roughness definitely should not be rough. Something like that. And then underneath it, so okay, hold it for this. Tear. Make this below, opacity only, mask, boom, boom, boom. So now we can paint a hole in it. A little hard to see on this, but got a nice little tear. replaces all of it. That's weird. That's so weird. Why would it do that? I have to put this in its own folder. Copy the mask. Wait. That's so weird. No, that should work though. Black mask. Paste into mask. Then remove this mask and set this to replace. Okay, now it's just replacing this. It's still weird, but it works. So now we got some tears started. Nice to add another fill. Oh, hey there, I'm Phil. Do some like scratches. But I kind of like this actually. Maybe a little too much. Or just enough. Let's export again. And take a look in Unity. Damn it, I spilled. Should I put the pants, flip the pants back on? All right, let's get the updated one in there. Meeting finally over. Welcome back to the land of the living. Let's go ahead and export all of this back into Unity. You almost have pants? Almost. Almost. But now he definitely does. Currently it's just pants. Pant. Just one pant. I like that. Oh, I lost the nipple. Speaking of. There we go. We got it back. Bum, 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 bum. It's so funny to do this while it's exporting because it just gets so laggy. Oh, wow. I love worn clothing. I own shirts jeans are nearly 20 years old and never get to wear them. No. Just gotta wear them down. And we'll set this to cut. And voila. Now we have holes. And we'll set the alpha. I think I can do dithering. You can never tell what helps the most. Holes! How to do the alpha, transparency, and substance. It's actually its own little channel. Um, so if you click on a fill layer, it's just one of these channels, opacity right here. And then, so you just have the channel. And then in my export settings, I make sure that it's just included with my albedo transfer. So you just put it in the packet into the alpha channel here on your albedo or your main diffuse. Um, just drag this channel into there. But we're going to add some more. Some more rip and tears. Set this one to linear dodge, duplicate it, and drop in another. And I'm going to move that around a little bit. Get it all blended together. More! There'll be barely any pants left at all by the time we're done. I forget where that comes from. All right. Rip and tear. I'm not sure where that comes from either. Dumos T. You're right, Snarda. Also, hello, Snarda. Welcome. All right, this is looking dope. I think we just need a little bit of shadowing on the edge, and we'll have exactly what we want. I'm going to set this to 1024 for right now, just so it loads a little bit faster. It's going to be a little bit pixelated here, but less pixelated in Unity. Words, brain. This, we're going to add anchor point now. And in here we'll say rip shadow. And all we're going to do is add a mask. In that mask we add a fill. In the fill we add an anchor point. Rips mask. And then we slap a fill to bevel. The bevel gives some shadowing we can push out on. Like that. Then we duplicate this again, put it up on top, and hit subtract. There we go. Now we got a nice little shadow. That should help. That should help. All right, what else? We can do some stains. Make a stains. Add a fill. What would work? Pleating and belt loops. Yes, we will need those. We put a handprint on there. Just move it around a little bit. Find something. I was thinking kind of lower. Something like that. Like that. All right. That looks good. Let's get some belt loops in there. I swear I made a belt loop template or a little template for it. I don't see it though. Darn, that would have been nice. But that's okay. So, for this, we'll need belt loops. Also add in a gradient shadow template. Hit none. And this will be for via 2 spots. First towards the top. About here. We'll duplicate, flip it, move it down, and right about there. That's where we'll be putting the belt loops in that little spot. Okay. Also, let's duplicate one more and move it down to the bottom. Down to the bottom. Just get some nice shadowing. Just get. We'll also want a line along here for the, I don't know what you'd call that, for the thing that goes there. Words aren't coming into my mind for what it would be called. Oh well. Brain no worky. So for now, we'll just do color. And when it's something obvious so we can tell what it is, we'll mask it. In the mask, we'll add a fill. And in the fill, we'll add a rectangle. This one. Oh, actually, it's kind of nice. Turn up the hardness on that. Move it down. Turn off repeat. Right about here. Bada boom. Okay, so what, one loop goes there-ish. I always forget. It's like two on the front, one on the side, and then just one in the middle of the back. Pretty sure. Like that, so. Or maybe it's off to the side right there. That feels more correct. They do kind of go extend up a little bit. I think we'll want to kind of squish them down just a ways so they're on only facing and a boom. All right, perfect. So now, give them some height, kind of pop them. We'll also set the height to replace. So, this does that. We're going to copy the grid. And paste this in here and then remove the mask from this one. All right, now we can set it to replace. Perfect. In the belt loops, we'll make one layer above it. Call this belt loops shadow. Take this, try to make an anchor point, slap it in here. Belt loops, belt loops. Now we've got a little shadow. Just a little one. Boom. But that'll give it a lot more realism. All right. Now in the belt loop itself, we will drop in one more denim material. We just want them to have a slightly different pattern, just so they feel like they're a different chunk. Because if it matches too exactly, you know, your brain knows. All right, some loops have been made. Now we need a pocket. For the pocket, we'll just use the same thing. We'll just add it to here. So let's make another. Let's duplicate this fill. Just make sure these are linear dodge. Best practice. Duplicate. Let's make some sort of pocket shape. We do a rounded one. I have to move it here. Even has like a little stitching pattern on it. Funny. I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but it's there. Pocket. I don't mind. All right. That looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to change it. I'm not. I want it different. Okay, I'm going to delete that or make a fill. We're going to get a planar projection. And we'll drop in probably the same shape. This one, move it over, turn off repeat, shrink it down. About there. Okay. I like that better because it was just kind of scaling a little oddly. IMO. IMO. Then we're going to duplicate it, set it to subtract, move it up, shrink it down, shrink it way down. So we can get a nice square top and a little pointed bottom. Which there we go. That feels a little bit nicer to me. All right, one more. We'll duplicate this again. This time, for this duplicate, we will set it to linear dodge. We'll move it to the front. Rotate it. Move it over. Move it down. This will be the zipper area. Nice. Okay, that came out pretty well. But we broke something. Where'd the other belt loops go? We set this one to normal. Should be linear dodge. There we go. All right. Super good. Super satisfying. We're going to take a cloth full, pull that out. This one will go over everything. We're going to remove the mask. Take these folds, shrink them down. Move them around, turn off, repeat. Let's also lower the base color. It's a little too strong. This is what we use to get some nice wrinkles in the corner here. The bend of the leg. Go ahead and add a white mask on here and paint it out. Nice. That looks good. Duplicate. We'll remove this. And on this second one, I'll actually switch which folds it is. I would like to use this one. Move that up. Get it near the butt. Because we want wrinkles like that. Because that looks like wrinkles you would expect to see. Paint out that one, duplicate it one more time, remove the mask again, rotate this one this way. Then make a black mask so I can paint it in on this side. Just follow the form of the leg a little bit better. All right, let's see what it looks like in Unity. Also, Era, if you are there, do you have a specific design you teach? We sent it. Double check the reference. So I heard you mention something about a t-shirt design. I just want to double check. Currently, I can tattoo my skull and crossbones. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Nice. Dope looking. Gotcha. Yeah, absolutely. Let's take the hoodie, move it over. That's the shirt. Move this over. So we'll need to bring the mesh in a little bit just to match the body, but overall looks quite good. So I do a rainbow shirt or an Ace Pride shirt, etc. Absolutely. Shirt. I read that too literally. I know what you mean though. Perfect, because I'll be setting it up in a way that all you'll need to change, or you can change it directly through the material. It'll just be a decal that you can drop on top of everything. So Should be a relatively straightforward way to change it. All right, let's go ahead and turn our attention to the rest of the clothing. For the shirt and the hoodie, I'm probably going to add more wear and tear to the hoodie, but for the shirt, do you want that also torn a bit? Torn a bit. Curious to see how you do that decal, actually. Okay, yeah. Um, I'll make sure to show you or highlight it in chat. But it's through the Poyomi shader and a second UV map. It's fun stuff. Um, as you will with the clothes, a little wear and tear is always left. Okay, perfect. Then I will get ripping and tearing. I'm gonna go to the restroom first. I'll be back and back to rip and tear. BRB. All right, y'all. Sorry about the delay. Had to send a message, send a text. Do as well with clothes, a little wear and tear. Panda, definitely need to sit down and learn how to use Poyomi then. It is awesome. It's very cool. And there is a nice little Wikipedia for it. Um, Also, it's free. um, okay, so kind of chilled. Let's see. Perfect. Skull and bones. It's dope. Nice. Looking so damn good. Oh, thank you. Actually, we should just drag it into the. Yeah, let's just drag it into the project. Mix it. I even have it tattooed on me. Oh, very cool. That's awesome. So we should just be able to. Still have to save it first. Okay, work. Drag in. We'll make a textures folder. And yeah, skull, bones. Skull and bones. And clothing. We'll drop this right in. Right. Still have to grab it from this folder. All right, there we go. Now I can actually use it. So, um, Panda, are you there? Yeah. Yee. Perfect. I even have it on my rib cage. It was hell, but worth it. Ooh, the little tickle tattoo spot. All right, so your first for getting like a decal set up. Sorry, my cat's yelling at me. Is you want to apply any modifiers, and then you want to create a second UV channel, and then we can go ahead and um, let's change the image to the texture we just got. Make sure we have this one set to visible, little camera icon. And now we can grab this corner to here, maybe from this corner to here. Welcome back, Star. And my cat's distracting me. I don't know if y'all can hear her. Okay, now we could just do U, project, unwrap, Alt P, U, get it all nice and set up. Bada boom. Something like this. Sent that pic in Discord. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then we want to take everything else in this map and just make sure it's pretty much on. So I'm going to scale it to 0 and then just put it where it's black because we want it to be like a mask, basically. Just a little bit. Right now it is clipping a little bit there. Sorry, scale here. So I think we can just take these ones, also shrink them. It's a little difficult actually. No, we'll leave it like that for now. I may be proud of that. You should be. Repeat settings. It looks like. Um, yes. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, that we should be able to change that in Poyomi. So we'll just set it up like that, but this is all in our second channel. So we'll save and select everything again. File, export, FBX, update it in Unity. Boom. And now we have that second channel. We can go into clothing and we have our decals right here. I think we actually, you have two options. You can either use the decals or the color masking. We're going to use the color masking because I think the decals don't work with, oh no, sorry. We want to use the decal. Excuse me. Because the decal doesn't repeat. But we can just go ahead, drop this into our mask right here. Boom. And then the trick is you want to tell the decal mask to use your second UV channel. Bada boom. And because we did it in the mask, we can actually just go ahead and change the color. So you could do like a cycling kind of thing, just fun. And I think we'll have to set this to glam. Dang. So close. We still have the repeat. I don't want to make another texture. So I think we will go back, remove it from the decals, and put it in the color masking. I think that's what I did last time. Pretty sure. But it's the same deal. Just take your little mask, set it to the second UV. What? Tiling. Offset padding. Yeah, we'll figure it out. That's the general idea. So you just want to go in, use the color masking or the decals. I'll have to tweak this so we don't actually have it repeating at all. But generally pretty straightforward. I think we'll just edit the image itself. And it does lend itself to, now that we have it in there, we can do all these fun stuff like changing the color, which is very fun. You just have to make sure that all your other clothing is set to the black areas of your mask in the second UV channel. All right, for now, we'll reset, remove that, and we'll focus on getting these clothing beat up. Beat up. All right. So back to the hoodie. What we're going to do is we're going to create another kind of layer of cuts similar to the other one. Excuse me. Call it hoodie cuts. There. Add in a fill layer. Drop it down. Rename this to cuts mask. Trenches. But I'll make them kind of thick and short and less. So just a few. A little bit more like that. Maybe a few more. Thick with three C's. Dummy thick. Doomy thick. And then drop this down with some black coloring and some height. Push it in. That so it looks kind of like it's gouged, which is cool. And then in our anchor shadow, we want to set this to inverse subtract and push the shadowing in. Actually, if that's the case, we'll turn off the coloring there and adjust this too. Inverse subtract bevel, cuts mask. Give it a little bit of height too, I suppose, but I'd like it to have a little bit of something. Oh, that's why. There we go, like that. Yes. Yes. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe a little bit too much. Tile it this way. Is this a little bit better if I put it closer? But thank you, Val. Very, very much Thank you for the resub. Um, okay, so just a little bit of lag. Okay, perfect. It was very, very slow as I was moving around the scene. Um, and Stardom, thank you for letting me know. Hello, hello. Move the zipper up to the top along with the shadow. Perfect. Oh, perfect. Yeah, a little bit of grunge. Highlight edgeware. Let's see what else we got in here just to play around with it a little bit. We have the smoothness quality. I like that. It looks crispy. And then we'll want some wear on the hoodie itself, or the shirt. So what can we do here? I don't want to do another cuts because then it'll look a bit too uniform. We can certainly add some grunge. So let's do that. Shirt grunge. And add a fill. Yes, grunge. Set it to something like overlay. And then make it a bit darker. Crunchy. And then let's just add another set of. Oh, fascinating. Directional scratches. That's pretty cool. That'd look good if it was like a weathered or like a or something coming down. Not quite what we're going for here. All right, just layer in two. Let the rain fall down. Let the rain fall. Actually, what would be cool with the. Okay, I thought of something for directional scratches. So we're going to make a new layer. This will be hem scratches. Yeah, that should work. Now we'll just set it to color, black mask. We want to fill with the anisotropic. Then we'll add a paint and we'll remove it from here, from the sleeve. We'll do a fit. We'll also. No, I think we'll need two. Okay, so for now, just this one. I don't need a paint, just another fill layer with a gradient. All right, and we'll set this to subtract. We have to adjust the balance instead. Kind of like that. And then we'll do a levels to kind of punch through the contrast. All right, And then another filter for warping. Kind of destroy it a little bit. And then we'll set this to height. Push it in a little bit. We just need some more variation in the noise itself, so we can turn up the contrast, balance like that. And the linear gradient, we can push down more, maybe perhaps like that. Then we'll make a noise, copy the mask. Copy the mask. Sometimes copying masks. I think my biggest complaint about Substance is the mask copying is really annoying. Like I should just be able to just drag the mask up and onto a folder. That would make it a lot simpler. All right, so all of that because I also want to, in the opacity, a grid or pattern of some sort. Stripes might work. Yeah. Yeah. And then we'll tile it a bunch. So now it's kind of like these fibers we can see. Shift it. Rotate it. Turn up the amount. Make them a little bit thinner. We can remove the color now. So now we can have these crunchy little fibers. They were a little bit hard to see though. Is that just because of my settings here? It's very interesting. Kind of like this though. It's cool. Frayed. Afraid? No, frayed. Frayed. Wow. I'm glad you like that. Add another fill here. Set it to a nose. Bam. Contrast. Well, that's actually really cool. that's all too beat up, but should be fine, hopefully. No, it'll be good. Set it to 0.1 because I just want larger chunks. Larger chunks, please. Like that. Back to 1. Might be fun to dial in where the cutoff needs to be for the transparency, but it should at least get close without too much work. Poyomi also has this really cool feature where you can adjust. Oh. Sorry, I shouldn't talk while it's exporting. It gets really slow. But you can adjust the kind of fall off distance. of the alpha begins and ends. So, like, depending on how close you are, you can tweak what the alpha material looks like, or that blend. But that I like that look. Something like that. And then maybe a little bit on the edges of this one, or just a few little pockets of it throughout. We'll do some pockets of it. I'm used to the standard shader where if you're using cutout, you just have to set a point where it starts considering it fully transparent. So yes, it does have that cutoff threshold like you're describing, but you just have a little bit more control over it in Poyomi. Let's get a hem in there, a hem and ha. One last one. We're just gonna poke some holes in it in a few spots. Holes, sure holes. Do something like clouds, contrast, balance, vert, and holy moly, ravioli. I can't do it everywhere because we'll want to probably leave it out of the top. You're plugging together these layer filters like a kid with a synthesizer. It's kind of awesome to see. Oh, thank you. It's all noise, baby. It's all noise. Where'd my mask go? Something like that. Just don't want it to be too high. All right. One more time. Export. Take that back. We want for our hem fray, we want an anchor point there. We just want to give it a little bit of shadowing around the edge. So drop that in, fill, hem fray, right click, filter. Sorry, not a fill, filter, bevel. Boom. Push it out. Hem fray, hem fray. Here. Oh, I see. Put the anchor point in the. I gotcha. Didn't put it on the mask. There we go. That actually looks really nice. There. We want to go the other direction. Smooth it. Duplicate. Fill. Inverse subtract. Or no, we could do. I always forget about this filter for some reason, but it's quite useful. The mask outline. And we're just going to darken it. Hem, fray, flat. There we go. And I could put this up top, still give it the inverse subtract, just kind of lessen it. So it's like it's there a little bit. All right. That should be good. The glasses, they're just going to be black plastic, and we'll do a transparent material later. We don't need to do it right now. And we're going to move on to the royal garb. Kind of want to see him wearing the t-shirt? Absolutely. Oh. Oh. Dun 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 dun. Don't worry about the clipping. That's easy to fix. So we got some holes in there, which is fun. See right through to the other side. Good. I'm glad you think so. I really am enjoying it. Hunk. Break on through. What happened to our hair? Sometimes it does not like making this. Merge that. I fucking lose it. All right, that looks quite good. Oh, and let's get the hoodie over there as well. Oops, that was the wrong way. Boom. All right. Crunchy. I think we'll need to do a little bit more here on the hoodie just to really sell it. Something for the pockets and then some wrinkles. Then we'll be good. All right. So not moving on from the hoodie just yet. Let's get it. All right. Definitely likes lagging. So we want a shadow to imply the pocket right in there. We already have this little shadow layer, but I want like a void. Oh, this looks so natural, and how my clothes look when I'm not at work. Can wear whatever, but no holes. So now you have reached the true potential. Virtual holes. Sounds. pocket void. Actually, I started making a pocket layer down here. Oh, it's that. Okay, yeah. There may be a rule due to me. I remember my brother, every time I'd get a hole in a shirt or something, uh, or my dad would started this, but like if there was like a hole in the shirt, we'd just reach in and just like rip tear the whole shirt off. It was funny. Just when you knew you wanted to just pick on my brother a little bit. Well, two no sleeveless shirts. Guess it was too revealing. I don't get it. Don't let other people's comfort levels restrict you. Be free. Be free. Excuse me. So we're going to get a rectangle like this. No repeat. And on our UV map, I'm going to move it to. It's okay. I won that men can't wear skirts argument. Good. Kilts have been a thing for a long time. There we go. Okay, just a little void or something in there. And we want to actually enable ambient occlusion so we can also pump that value and it will actually be black like a pocket. Kilts and a flat out skirt in protest, but the no shorts rule. To protest the no short rule. I own a skirt purely for that reason. Good. Is this a was this at work? Or just in general? Just that concept. Took the shorts away from men. That's so weird. Men couldn't wear shorts? that's that's really bizarre. I don't understand that. No shorts for you. Can't tell me what to do. What? That's ridiculous. Middle seam. Middle seam. Let fill. Well, good. Show it to them. Show them up. Destroy them. Hey, Sal. Hey, a follow. Thank you, Ron Kick. Thank you, Ron Kick, for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We're working on making a Dargan right now. Getting the texturing done. This is Era the Dargan. Yeah, but welcome. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I had to think about that. Wednesday. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. I'm a full-time VR chat avatar creator. Doop. Flip it around. Let's adjust this gradient. We're going to put the balance this way. No, actually, I'd rather just squish it. Squishy. Ereban verdant. Verdant. Does verdant mean green? Yeah, it does. It means green and like grown in, like a forest. Never doubt the punk who dyed his hair rainbow. Let's stretch that this way. Okay, so now we've got something to work with. This will be our little divider for for the hoodie to imply that it connects. There we go. And the roughness low. Put a little AO in there. Squish it some more. My tummy. All right, that looks good. It's a nice little divider. Okay, and then finally, we want a cloth fold template. It'll drop right below the shadows. Move the mask. Take the fold. Move the fold. Oh, nice. That looks good. I actually really like that. This long wrinkle on the side. So we're going to add a mask, then paint it in. Updating oddly. It's weird. It says I'm only using 59% of my cache, but it really seems to be lagging. I don't know if that's just me. A lot going on. Yeah. Well, it's probably 59%, but then I also have Unity and Blender open. Let me go ahead and close Blender for now. Adobe will slow with lots of layers. Yeah, I think that's what we got going on. I am saving. I am saving regularly. There we go. Nice, some nice wrinkles. Something like that. Nice. Feels like it's kind of falling down a little bit, which is what we want for fabric. All right, saving or exporting, so can't talk. Substance is a bit of a GPU hog sometimes. Kept crashing my driver the other day. With Blender and Unity, computer's probably just doing the best it can. Faster, computer! Faster! It tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it's just a dumb computer. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I really like how this looks here. I do not like how it looks here. And it's a little bit too strong. Whoa, new one coming in strong. Hello. Hello. How are you doing? How's your day going? Still looks a little bit strong to me. Did I accidentally a bad word again? Sorry. All right, that was strong. You know, bringing in your some intense language there. Just arrived home. Day was chill. That's good to hear. Welcome home. Time to relax and chillax. Relax and chillax. We're going to duplicate this fold. Move this one. Make sure there's no repeat. Move it up. I want some wrinkles on the hoodie. Psychedelic. How was your day? It's going well. It's going well. We're just kind of starting out. Or not just starting out. We've been going since it's about 4 hours ago. A little bit more than that. I'll probably be going to lunch in about 30 minutes. But glad you could make it before then. Oh, it's saving. Oh, nice. I got your tattoo there. That's dope. Hey, I see your YouTube button. Uh, Angel. That came out well. All right, so now we got some wrinklage on the hood too. Let's go ahead and export into Unity. It's going to lag again. Only tattoo I've ever gotten where I almost tapped out on. Yeah, I have not gotten a tattoo, but I also don't like needles, so I think that may just stay that way. All right, that looks really good. I like these little folds there. Helps sell it as fabric. Passed out due to a flu shot once. Tattoos are different. Oh goodness. Yeah, I used to not dislike needles. They kind of freak me out, but I can kind of withstand them. But then I got bit by a monkey once, which is a weird thing to say. But I was in Bali and a monkey bit me, and so I went and got my rabies shots right away. Because you just never know. And the scarier one was it was either get rabies or potentially uh, some form of HPV that like melts your brain or something that's actually just as bad as rabies. I think it was HPV. That explains the newfound phobia of needles. Yeah, they gave me a lot of shots. Suffice to say, I got a lot of shots. Also, turns out monkeys are gross. I always wanted to meet monkey, but it turns out that I wanted in my mind when I was like, oh, I want to meet a monkey. It's like the South American monkeys are really really cute, but then the monkeys there in Bali were pretty gross looking, and they're just covered in nasty stuff. I'm needle phobic. I passed out during a flu shot in front of many people. Passed out giving blood once. So, well, good on you for still giving blood at the same time. If you pass out during a flu shot, hit your head, and you're bleeding, does that more is that more free blood for them? Just like adding, they just scoop that up. No, I'm just kidding. All right, on to the royal garb. Passed out in the ER once, looked down after the IV and was in and just out. I don't know if I've ever passed out. I've knocked myself out falling and hitting my head, but never passed out. All right, let's load up this reference here. And in about 30 minutes, I am going to go on lunch. There we go. Oh, perfect. We have the perfect way to trim, or perfect way to get the trim done. Substance actually comes with a bunch of Celtic nuts, which is perfect. And then we'll make the necklace into the texture. Oh, darn. I need to make a buckle, a belt buckle, before we continue. Make that too. So I got another 30 minutes, so I'll be back. I'll be here for about another 30 minutes. But I appreciate that new one. I certainly look forward to lunch. I'm quite hungry right now. Only passed out like that once. Had to get some stitches in my chin. Oof. Look out in the mirror and passed out while saying, "Oh, that doesn't look too bad." It's a latch, not a necklace. Oh, this here, these belt buckles. I'll have to make those. There. We should have enough geometry now. Maybe I'll make the rings too. Mild needle phobia thanks to a grumpy nurse doing some blood tests when I was a teenager. She treated my arm like a pincushion that had done some grievous harm. My goodness. Normally okay as long as I look like I keep yammering on about random stuff. Oh, yes. So this is a latch? Gotcha. Um, yeah. Some nurses will not be going to heaven. Let me just put it that way. There's a lot of callousness in healthcare. That's a generalization, but there are some bad nurses out there for sure. That's certainly not everyone or all nurses. Some of them can be vicious. Vicious. I have never had a piercer not listen when I say I'm needle phobic and treat it right. I've never had I've never had a nurse who has not made fun of me and waved the needle around. Yeah, I know, right? Hey there, Happy Lion. Welcome. I'm doing quite well. Hello, hello. Yeah, nurses, no remorse, no hesitation. Oh, sorry, that's not for the rude nurses. That's not all nurses. I know many nurses, and almost all of them are good, but still, there's also the bad experiences. Had a bruise running my lower third of my upper arm down to midpoint of my forearm. Was almost 3 inches wide at the main stab center. Couldn't bend my arm properly for a few days after that either. Oh, after the needle injection? Goodness. I don't like that. gives me the heebie-jeebies. All right, some nice gradients along the pants. I would need a separate material for them as well. I really should go and make the buckle right now. So let's do that. Blender time. Excuse me. So for the buckle, I should go into the correct file. Let's turn off everything but the royal garb. Leave and hide the pants. Shift A, make a plane, rotate it, indent it, or actually cut it. There. And indent it. Then we can delete these and this. Buckle up. I'm buckled. Let's bevel this and extrude this that way and extrude these this way. Get some nice little thingamajigs on the side. And then we'll take this, shrink it. I guess we'll leave it right there. And this will be the buckle point. Take both of them, extrude them. I would like just a little bit of extrusion here. I like it. Do a little cut right there. Move this one forward. And move this one inward. All right, so let's just test it really quick. I'm going to duplicate this, Shift Tab, put it onto the belt. So basically be scaling it like this and rotating it like that. And that's what it'll look like. I think that works pretty well. We also want to test it on the belt buckles here. Because we're just going to bake one and then just duplicate it a bunch. Yeah, that looks great. Line rotation. Darn. At least they can use one texture among them. Exactly, exactly. You read my mind. Get out! There we go. I think that looks great. Okay. So that's where we'll be putting them. But I am going to delete them for now. So we can take this one and unwrap it. Oh, actually, one more thing. What is vertex count right now? 67. All right. We're going to make a few more objects. I'm going to take this cube, to do subdivision surface, delete the top, and delete the bottom. I take it back, we're going to undo that. I'm going to select this finger first. We're going to move the cursor there. Then we'll make that object a circle of 8, subdivided. Boom. And now we will create a ring. One ring, if you will. Doop. Boom, boom. All right. And then, actually, it should have been the pinky and then the middle one. Or the, yeah, middle. Rings! I love gold! The rings were just random. It can be anywhere past the marriage slot. Fair. All right. So there's one. Put the cut here, mark the seam. Then we will object set origin to geometry. We will duplicate it. Move this one over to the other finger. Why am I working in such a small space? take both of them, combine them, and slap a mirror on them. All right. We still do have 1,000 triangles. In fact, I think we can have even more if I go in here and dissolve these unnecessary edges. Perfect. Take the buckle, move that out as well. Actually, yeah, buckle will move out. Then what? Then doing fantastic on the poly budget, by the way. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're keeping it within our means. I'm going to go ahead and make a keyframe for this and this one. And then move them to 0 because I want to model them, but I don't want to lose that space that they're at. Because we want to make the necklace. But we only have 1,000 vertices. So we'll have to be conscious of that. I want to save room for future add-ons and other things. If we add other outfits, we'll add them as a separate avatar. So you'd have one avatar with these 2 outfits, another avatar with another set of outfits. Though either way, your character will be ranked very poor due to the tail. So might be a moot point. I want this triangle shape. It looks so cool. It's mainly going to be a VTuber model. Yeah, this should be good there. Right, Tum Tum. I really want this shape, but okay, let's do. Might be able to curl up the tail to help the ranking. That is possible. Yeah, I wonder about that. It'll be easy to test once we're at the rigging stage. So that'll definitely be something to test. Is just make a version with a really short tail, and perhaps we can just animate it becoming big, and that way the ranking would be the same. But the big metric you're looking at with the tail is a box with certain dimensions they have to stay inside of. Regardless, the actual performance is going to be relatively fine, whatever the rating is. I think so. Yeah, like relative to other players, it's going to be about the same cost, but the ranking will just determine whether or not most people have the avatar on by default. A little sad, but I just want to make things people can see. Curse you, VR chat. Curse you. Eight. That's why. Now make a fallback avatar, so it could make one that has a different version of the tail. Oh, I would love to see what this looks like with that new imposter system they're cooking up. That would be fascinating. All right, there we go. Getting some of those crevices creased. That's gonna be interesting. Not sure if imposters would cover a tail, but I'm sure we'll get to see soon enough. Yeah, I have no idea how they break it down. It must be some sort of for like each humanoid bone. It takes a bunch of pictures. But I saw one of the characters had a hat. I don't know. And that's a that's a pretty unique challenge to have as a avatar creator. Excuse me. Might use a calling method to reduce polys. Yeah, I'd be interested to know if it even is polys. I think it's just a bunch of uh, imposters are usually like a flat plane, and it swaps out an image depending on the angle you're looking at it. Looks like it kind of does doing a bit to a bunch of primitives on a generic humanoid skeleton. I want to play around with it so bad. Give it to me. Give it to me. All right, so now we've got the necklace looking pretty good. Maybe a little bit thinner. Or sorry, the clasp. No, flap. What was it? Flash. latch. And then there's a little chain that goes across and a little clasp where it actually attaches here. Let's put our cursor right here. I'm going to make a circle. A little bit harder to do it that way. I think we'll extrude those edges once I've applied the subdivision. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. There we go. A little bit big. About there. I kind of like it round, honestly. Oh, okay, perfect. And lastly, we want to make a little chain. What did I just do? Let's make a plane instead. We'll indent it. Delete this and this. 0.6 SX0. Gosh darn it, I hate when the normal's on. Hate when the normal's on. Move it out. Mirror. Solidify. Mesh. And bevel these edges. Actually, should just bevel the whole thing. We'll do it by hand. Actually, that's not too bad. Just this kind of a little bit more low poly, but No, I can't make them too dense. I keep wanting to, but I can't. All right. Now I'll bring it up. Something like this. Thought you would just do a flat texture for this, but a real chain is neat. And we've got the polygons. We've got the polygons. We've got the power. Actually, that works perfectly. Why do I don't need to rotate it? Well, maybe a little. Maybe just a little. Like that. Then we'll just delete this half. At least those verts right there. And then put the cursor here. Hello, poor Mimis. Hello, how are you? How goes the work? It's going quite well. Going quite well indeed. We're just about to go on lunch. So you did kind of catch me at the end of my first stream of the day. But we are making good progress on Era, our dragon. Like, see, we have him. We're just doing some modeling right now to get the chain made. And then we also have him, quite a bit of him textured now. He's looking quite good. Look at those little scales. Little scales. He's got a very long tail. It's quite a long tail. But yeah, hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the stream. Oh, thank you, Era. You're too kind. That's pretty cool. Yeah, just treasuring through my own work work of my own. Well, good. I wish you well with your work. Are you doing 3D modeling as well? There we go. That's what I wanted. Bam. All right, so for these ones, we're going to go ahead and slap it with the mirror mod. Oh, we have to combine them. I'm learning it currently, trying to master the most important basic shape, the anime girl. Ah, yes, one of Plato's, one of Plato's shapes. Oh, what are those called? Platonic solid anime girl. Well, I wish you well with those studies. Feel free to ask any questions if you're curious how I'm doing, what I'm up to. But you did catch me right when I was going to lunch. So I will be ending the stream here. but we'll be back shortly. After that, you might be ready for a donut. All right, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and take my lunch. Again, I'll be back very shortly. Again, for everyone new here, I split my day up into 2 streams, morning and afternoon. We're just wrapping up the morning stream now, and I'll be back in about an hour. So if you'd like to stay tuned, catch me later, definitely hit that follow button. Thank you, Ron, Kick, and Kiki for the follow. And thank you, Poor Mimis, for the follow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good luck with your anime girl. And Era, Stardom, Arctic, Val, thank you all for hanging out. Newen, Gothic Panda, I hope I don't miss anyone. Happy Lion, Arctic Wanderer. Trying to go through my list here. It only goes so far, though. Angel Star, hope you're having a good day. And Val, thank you again for that subscription earlier. Very much appreciated. But I'll be back soon. I'm going to go munch and crunch, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye. See y'all soon. Bye.